prime time to showtime. Put on a show every time.
What's going on, you guys? So there's a fighter in boxing, right, that really not too many fans speak about, who I feel is probably one of the more talented guys in the sport, and that's Christopher Primetime Colbert, formerly known as Little B-Hop. Now, there's a lot of fights that could be made with this guy, considering he is in the lighter weight divisions. And when I say lighter weights, I mean the super featherweight / lightweight. You know, I kind of bunched those guys together. And there's a lot of fights to be made, and he's one of those guys that kind of gets overlooked. You know, nobody never really speaks about Primetime, even though he's probably one of the more talented guys down there. Switch hitter, speed, power, wide variety of he has some of everything. You know, he's based off of what we've seen of Primetime so far, he looks like a complete fighter, right? He looks like a complete fighter. However, when we talking popularity, he's trailing way behind the other guys. You know, he's the interim champion at 130. Tank Davis is the super champion at 130. Will we ever get that fight? Will the WBA actually mandate these guys to fight each other, right? No, I doubt it. I doubt it happens. But it's a fun fantasy fight, right? It really shouldn't be a fantasy. Both on the same side of the street. Both fight for Showtime. Why can't we even get that fight? Why? Because nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about Primetime. Now, it could be the fact that Primetime only has 15 fights. He's been pro since 2014, and he only has 15 fights. So I kind of scratch my head there as to why he hasn't been as active as he should be, being a young fighter, right? You know, Tank Davis is the same thing. He's been pro for almost 10 years, and he has less than 25 fights. Why is that? Especially considering if you look at who they've been fighting. Not to say these dudes were, you know, bums or anything like that, but there's a lot of the same guys, okay? Same type of dudes. But a fight like that being made, we know this is boxing, people. I'm just, you know, this is boxing, man. A fight like that, it should be getting talked about, but it's not. But I'm talking about it. But it ain't nothing gonna happen from it. I'm just kind of putting it into the universe. Hey, don't forget about Primetime. He's there too. You know what I'm saying? Very talented young fighter. Got the personality and everything to be really a star. But for whatever reason, you know, we don't see much of him. For whatever reason, guys are not calling him out to come fight him. You know what I'm saying? So Primetime, I'm not sure if I'm not sure what it is. Maybe you guys know, right? You know, I never claim to have all the answers. I'm just trying to figure out why nobody's talking about Primetime. He's right there with Tank Davis and all these dudes, but yet nobody speaks on him. Should be a pretty interesting fight, but it'll never happen. Why? Because how they move Tank Davis. I'm not sure how they really moving Primetime. Are they really moving him in that type of way? Or are they just trying to fight whoever is available, whoever is willing to fight him? But Tank Davis, to me, he's been moved a certain way. Now, you're hearing rumors that him and Ryan is going to be announced, but I kind of backed off on that whole situation because this is boxing, you know, and we must keep in our minds that usually when it's a lot of talking and with these fights like that, then they end up not happening for whatever reason. So we'll see what happens. But the way Tank's been moving, I said it before in previous videos, you know, they move him a certain way, man. They moving him like he's a baby, baby steps. Tank Davis should have close to 30 fights right now, considering the guys that he's really been in there fighting. He should have close to 30 fights right now, but yet he has less than 25. Been pro almost 10 years. But that will be a great fight. I can't call it who will win, you know. I can't say who will win, but I think it's a fight that people should be kind of looking at. They both on the same side, right? They both on the East Coast. One guy from New York, one guy from Baltimore. There's a lot of big fights that could be made with Gervonta Tank Davis. Then we got Gary Russell around down there, you know. So there's a lot of fights that Tank could be in, but will he be in them? I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I doubt it. I highly doubt it, man. Leonard Ellaby told me everything I need to know as far as what they plan on doing with Tank, man. They don't really care about him being the pound-for-pound great or being the best boxer in the world. No, they just want to make a lot of money off of him. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, boxing fans are going to be really clamoring for Tank to fight somebody that can give him some real resistance. You know what I'm saying? It's a fighter that's not going to just be standing there for them to get knocked the fuck out. And I think Chris Colbert is that fighter. But will he get opportunity? I don't know. He's been pretty inactive throughout his career. Like I said, he's been pro since 2014, and he has only 15 fights, man. So kind of scratch my head at that. But yeah, man, Primetime is that dude. Be sure to check out my highlight video I made of him and Shakur Stevenson. It's just something I put together. I think it's going to be around for a long time, and people go come back and look at that video, see how young they was. And then by the time they do fight, if they fight, then, it's just one of those things, man. But like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.